Page 319, this is number 3 at the top of the page, called the scale ladder. Probably going to have something to do with a scale. So let's see, hopefully you just read it. You don't have to take it up to speed necessarily, but do the best you can and see if you can just play it. However, for the lesson, I'm going to go through the regular process I use to learn a piece of music. I look it over, it's 2 lines long, treble, bass, clef, 2 sharps in the key signature. We're either in the key of D major or B minor. We look at the end, it's here. Sounds D major to me. Make sure you can do the scales and arpeggios for both, D major and B minor. 2 octaves would be good. Okay. 2 4-time signature, and we have a pickup note. So we're coming in on the and of 2. Eighth notes all over everywhere. I see the first couple measures, that looks like it's a D major scale. So it's here. And 1 and 2. And then I want you to come back up during the rest to here. We can get away with it because of the rest. Otherwise, I'd need to figure out a different fingering. All right, measure 5. And you can go ahead and end on 3rd finger there at the end. You don't have to do it here if you don't want to, because we're done. Left hand, well, let's see what it's doing. So 2 C sharp. Kind of walking around here. And the second line is here. Okay, well, try it together then. And here. That A is by itself now. Yeah, so you're moving around a little bit. Now once I have that, I go through and I get rid of the hesitations. Then I'll think about the articulation, and here they don't give you any. So really it's up to you. What do you want to do? You can go ahead and connect them if you want. But technically I could do it all staccato if I wanted to. It's interpretation. Whatever, it's interpretation. How do you try different ways, experiment, try the possibilities. At the end of each phrase, I didn't do those staccato. I held that out just because it was the end of the phrase as part of interpreting it. However, you can connect it. That's fine. Maybe you connect the right hand and do staccato on the left just for kicks and giggles. You do that too. Just experiment, play around with it. Because the more you're experimenting and playing around with stuff, the more you're playing it. You get better. You get more experience and wiggling the fingers and playing the notes. Speed, allegro non troppo. Beethoven used this one quite a bit. It means fast, but not too much. Don't overdo the fast. Well, we're thinking eighth notes here. Now, you see, speed isn't necessarily the beat. Sometimes it is, not necessarily. It's the overall feel of the piece. This is the eighth notes. How fast do you want the eighth notes? Because if I go 1, 2, 1, 2, allegro speed. 1, 2, that's allegro for the beat. But if I do the eighth notes and slow it down a little bit here. I mean, they need to sound kind of fast because otherwise it'll sound more like an allegretto. We don't want an allegretto. It's got to be a little quicker than that. It's a felt thing. What do you feel it? Depends on how much coffee or wine I've had to drink as to how I'm going to feel it. And then the dynamics. Well, they only give one. That's in P, mezzo piano, which is moderately soft. And that'll be for the melody, which will be the right hand. The left hand needs to be very soft. Whatever you think sort of soft is. Feel the natural accents though, because when you start it should sound like to hear, because otherwise the listener listening to you, they will think the first note you played is it. And it just throws it off. It's like, oh, this isn't right. So make sure it's to hear. If you have to, put an accent on that first beat to indicate, hey, it's a pickup beat. Hopefully a natural accent would do it, but it should be clear that it is a pickup beat. Yeah, don't copy me. You play it at your speed and your mezzo piano and see what you can do with it. Now they want you to transpose this to C major. Well, we're in D major. Go to C major, one note down. All the white keys this time. Sharps or flats. And basically the same fingering, you're just going down one. A C chord. Come back. Okay. Not sure about which note. It's just one note lower in the music. Like at the end of the first line, that A, just come down to a G. Come down one note. And for the left hand, same thing. Here, instead of here, you're here. And instead of A's, it's G's. Just come down one note. Take it slow. This is slow to me. I don't know. You want me to stop and just do it? On C's instead of D's. Yeah, whatever. Try transposing it to some other key and see what you can do. I don't care. How about G major? G major has one sharp. So you can do the G scale. You can do it in G major. I don't care. Let's play it slowly together to check the notes and the rhythms as it's written here. I'll give us 2 counts. Well, sort of. I'll give us a count and a half. Just come in when I do. I put the metronome on 8th notes, though. It's beating 8th notes. Ready and go.